Let's finally look at Zach's Bowl. This is the Liberty Bowl between Central Florida and Georgia. This is a classic bowl matchup between a top team from a lesser conference going up against a mid-range team from a powerhouse conference. The team from the powerhouse conference is usually the favorite, as Georgia is here, but they're less than a touchdown favorite. Central Florida did have a very productive offense against the Conference USA teams that they faced. But of course, that might not translate to success against an SEC defense. But I trust AccuScore stat reads on games like this. So, Zach, what bet do you like here?
As the old saying goes, if you're not good enough to play for them, chances are you're not good enough to beat them. And, I'm not an SEC honk, never have been, never will. But in situations like this where you have a premier program like UGA who does get their top tier, their first pick in athlete versus the throwaways that go to UCF, I really like this game because of the trenches. I mean, I will say flat out that AccuScore splits the difference season-wise with UCF and UGA, so there's not overwhelming data. But, this game is the sort of thing where I really think that Georgia can control the line of scrimmage. They've been playing from behind all year with that bad start in the nation's perception, but Georgia scores points. They will score points in this game and should be able to tackle in space against Central Florida, something that the rest of Conference USA couldn't do.
Right. Okay. Excellent. John Ryan, do you agree with that analysis?
Yeah, I think Georgia's going to get the job done. And you have a 10-3 team going up against a 6-6 team, and the 6-6 team is favored by 7 points. So I think clearly that's telling you one thing among many. One, that they're coming from a much more difficult schedule in conference, and two, they are the better team. I also have Georgia scoring at least 28, and that puts them into a real good roll of 17-4 against the number when scoring 28 points or more. And I don't see UCF being able to stop them from scoring 28. So I think, I agree with Zach. The trenches spell the reason why Georgia is going to dominate this game. And I don't see how in the world they're going to be able to compete with Georgia with all the talent and athleticism that they have.
All right. Bob Harvey, you have anything to say about this game?
Yeah, a couple notes here. Central Florida has never won a bowl game. They're 0-3, so they're still looking for their first bowl victory. But on the flip side, Georgia, despite having a season that really was in disarray and kind of headed south, and not in a good way, when A.C. Green was suspended for 4 games. Since they've got him back, they're a completely different offense. And I don't know that Central Florida has got anyone, very few teams do, who can match up against A.C. Green. So I'm sort of torn here, but maybe just because of the fact that Georgia plays in a tougher conference, they've got a pretty good motivator in Mark Richt. I'm gonna go with Georgia, although it's not a sincere, heartfelt recommendation. But I will take Georgia in this.